Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Kevin the Full Metal Ginger, and fuck yeah, man. We're going to do our metal albums of the month for September for today. And as usual, I'm always fucking late getting these videos out, so a big happy October to you as well. We'll be seeing this fucker in all the videos for the rest of October. I wanted to do like a big Halloween theme for every day I do a video in October, but it's just not going to fucking happen. Time constraints, man. Anyway, before we get into all that, I just want to do my shout outs. I promised I was going to do it in the last video. And I just really think that these guys deserve your attention. I don't want to keep them waiting because they're all fucking great channels, great dudes, and they fucking kill it on all their videos. All their shit's better than mine, so they absolutely deserve your support if you haven't heard them already or haven't bothered to check them out. So I hope you do it. Links for them will be in the description. First up, I want to send a shout out to Eli from Dark Hymns from the Cold North. Very, very, very laid back, very chill, and I love the way he presents himself and presents his channel. He'll show you some shit that you've known about, but it's really cool to kind of get his opinion on it, and then he'll turn around and show you something like, what the fuck is that? I've never even heard of it. And it's just really cool. You kind of get a balance with him, and it's just very, again, very laid back, very chill. It's just a lot of fun to watch, very entertaining, and it's just laid back shit, man. I love it. So go subscribe to him. Next, Adam Schnellenbach. I hope I didn't fucking butcher your name. This motherfucker is very energetic, man. Very passionate about his music. Always showing some really interesting things. I don't know how he can keep cranking these videos out. He's one of those that'll just put something out almost every single day. And it's just always entertaining, always very informative. Yeah, man, this dude is amazing. Go check him out. And finally, I'm sure you all know Pat from Groundzero Salem. Talk about fucking knowledgeable motherfucker, man. This dude knows fucking everything about all the shit that I have not even discovered or even heard of. He's got backstories on it. He's got album information. He just fucking kills it. I love his presentation. I love his videos. Everything about him. Amazing fucking dude. So go subscribe to all three of these dudes, man. They absolutely deserve your support. And tell them I sent you because they're great dudes. Alrighty, so going to do our metal albums of the month for September, as I promised. We're listening to Dwell-Vermin and Ashes. I know this is an album I've shown quite a bit, but it's kind of fit the vibe of this video, so that's kind of why I wanted to have it on here. So this particular video, normally what I do with these metal albums of the month, as you may or may not know, is I like to just pick out whatever albums I seem to have listened to the most that month. And I'll just kind of come on here and talk about them a little bit. But this month I want to do something a little different. Fall is my all-time favorite season. I love the fall. And I don't know what it is. It seems like I always have the best and most fond memories of my life seem to have happened in the fall. My first band got together in the fall. I first got together with my wife in the fall. There's just all kinds of shit, man, and I have a lot of nostalgic memories of just simple things like, you know, driving to the video store on a Friday night, or, you know, going up to Asheville with the family. You know, always, the best times I've ever had always seem to happen in the fall. Long tangent, I know, but I just kind of wanted to pick some albums that really reflected that, that kind of conjured up those old memories and just really just put me in the mood for everything the fall delivers. So that's kind of what this video is about. So they're not necessarily the albums I've listened to the most this month, but I just kind of wanted to do a theme this time around. So this first one I'm going to show you is, and I would say most of them will be no surprise, but I don't really give a flying fuck because this is what I like to listen to. This one is absolutely, you know, fucking needed to, got to listen to this shit in the fall. Whatever. So I'll go ahead and show it. This is Panopticon, Autumn Eternal. Their 2015 release. I love and there's not much I can say about this that hasn't already been said, but I love the combination of the folk music, the bluegrass, and the black metal. And Austin Lund really puts it together very well on this album, as well as he does on every album he's put out. Unfortunately, this is just the only one I have, so this is one I'm going to show. But I don't know, man, this just always conjures up a lot of old memories for me, and it's got so much atmosphere. It just really brings back a lot of, you know, old times and good times, and I just always find myself reflecting on it while I'm listening to this. I don't know, especially with Tamarac's Gold Returns. It's everything I've always experienced growing up in a little quiet mountain town. Every Friday night, there'd be bluegrass bands playing in town, and you know, between driving between there or going up to Asheville to go to the mall or whatever to pick up new music or whatever it is we did, this just really brings me back to that time and just always gets me in the mood for fall. I love driving around listening to this, man. It's a fucking great album. I'm sure you know about A Superior Lament and Pale Ghost being swapped around on the track list. It's not anything that anyone doesn't know already. But, man, this is just a fucking... It really just brings back a lot of memories for me. Not to fucking constantly repeat myself. But it just certainly puts its stamp on the atmospheric genre and just on music as a whole, man. I just love the black metal, bluegrass, and folk. It's just brilliantly done. Just a great record, start to finish, man. If you, for some reason, have not listened to this, you need to go pick it up. And I got this, actually, Canyon did a trade with me about a year and a half ago, I guess. And he was cool enough to send this to me, as well as a bunch of other shit that he shouldn't have, because he sent me fucking records, and all I sent him was a goddamn Carnifex CD. So, you know, that's the kind of trade we worked out, but he went above and beyond there, so great dude. Yeah, go check this out if you haven't already. Panopticon Autumn Eternal. It is perfect fall music. You have to listen to it. It's required listening. That's what I was trying to stumble through earlier, and I fucked that up, but who gives a shit? I've actually recorded this video fucking probably 40 times already, so... If you're seeing this, you saw the good one. The good one. Next up, we have a little bit of Death Doom out of Mexico. I believe I've shown this before, but this is a Majestic Downfall, When Dead. A very difficult album to describe. This is their 2015 release on Pulverized Records. It's certainly very Death Doom, but it also has a lot of atmospheric black metal style riffage, if that makes any sense. It's very hypnotic and entrancing. But it's also, you know, you get all the doom aspects are there, all the death metal aspects are there, but it's really kind of like you put all that stuff in a blender with some black metal, and it just comes out really well. It's done really well. To me, it evokes so many emotions at once, like peace, despair, emptiness, hope, all kinds of shit. To me, it's just like a repeating dichotomy, you know. You go from one emotion to another emotion, and it's just kind of all over the place. The way it makes me feel, man, I just kind of want to walk out to the woods in a fucking trance and just get lost. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And for only being 5 songs, it's actually pretty long. It's almost an hour-long album. Very easy to lose yourself in. I would recommend either sitting in a quiet room or just kind of going down a long deserted road in the middle of the night. It'll definitely put you in the mood for this shit. Amazing shit, man. Go check it out. That's Majestic Downfall, When Dead. Great fucking album. Next, an EP. I know everyone knows fucking everything that this band has ever done, but I'm actually really pleased to have this. This is not a full length, as I said. It's an EP from 2010. This is Drudkh, Slavonic Chronicles. This originally came out in, what did I say, 2010? If I'd have said that, I don't know. Originally out on Season of Mist, Underground Activists. I guess that's their sub-label or something, but this was the Osmos re-release, or reissue. Right there it is. From, I think, last year, because I know I haven't had it that long. And as far as I'm aware, the only difference is that it came on gray vinyl. I don't think the original version had a, you know, poster or anything weird like that. I think it just came out on gray vinyl for the reissue. The original, I guess, was just on black. And it's only out on vinyl, 10-inch vinyl, so that's kind of a plus for me. What makes this album stand out so much, or this piece of music, I guess you'd say, stand out so much, is that it's so well done, it's so atmospheric, and it's so Drudkh, but it's not even their music. It's only 2 songs, the first being from Sacrilegium, and the other one by Master's Hammer. And what I found also cool is they put on here that they had tried to contact Sacrilegium for the lyrics for this song, however the fuck you pronounce that, because I'm not even going to try. And it says on here they had no luck, so what they tried to do was they just, where does it say it? In their version, they just used, for the song lyrics, poetry from Vadim Leishish, whatever. So that's kind of cool. They just added some poetry in there and sort of made it their own. Just a fucking great EP. I mean, you know Drudkh. This is very Drudkh in every sense of the word. And to me, the fact that the covers are so well done, it just really speaks volumes. to, I guess, their talent as musicians. They really put their stamp on it. You know, you hear a lot of covers, they really just seem to represent what the original band put out. But they've definitely put their own stamp on this one for sure. Yeah, outside of that, man, what I love about it is just really music for cold weather. Just flawless atmosphere. You know, the sky's starting to pale up a little bit. It's starting to get a little bleak, but we're not quite there yet. This just kind of makes it a little more ominous. I usually listen to this a little bit more in the wintertime, but that being whatever, I just kind of wanted to put this out now just to get in the mood, if that makes any sense, though. But this is definitely one I'll sit here and just flip it over and over again on the turntable, listen to it for hours, and I highly recommend you pick this up, too, because I know for a fact you'll be doing that as well. So, there's Drudkh, Slavonic Chronicles. Amazing EP. And next up, this is probably one of the ones that, yeah, probably not necessarily, you know, puts me in the mood for fall or is representative of a fall atmosphere, because it's not even really a nature-ish album. At least I don't relate it to. 'Cause I talk about all the time how I tend to listen to what the seasons represent, if that makes any sense. But this is definitely one that is probably not there. But that being said, it's one of my all-time favorite releases that I own, and I absolutely want more from this band. And this is really just an excuse to talk about it again. This is Belial's Key, Judeo-Beast Assassination. First up, I love the fucking artwork. I love how they took those old picture Bibles. I assume that's where it came from, because I used to see those all the time. And just fucking drew corpse paint on Jesus. And Mary. But that being said, man, people can say what the fuck they want. By the way, this is their 2001 sophomore release. Originally on Drudkh. This is the Drudkh and Moribund reissue from 2002. That's the version I have. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but to me, how I always describe this band, it's like a combination of take Profanatica and take away a bit of their abrasiveness, the chaos, and just kind of just break it down to its bare minimum of what it is, and then add like early Altars of Madness, Blessed Are the Sick, Morbid Angel, maybe even go back to their demo, Thy Kingdom Come, I believe it was. And that to me is what you get with Belial's Key. That to me is the best description for them. Songs like The Tenderhearted's Manifesto, The Shitagog, Lamb of God, Slain Will Be. That's, to me, you can really hear it on those songs. So definitely go check this out. I mean, I know this is a very well-known band at this point. I know a lot of people have just been showing them off constantly. Unfortunately, the only release I have is this one. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely, you have a slower death metal influence in it, but it really doesn't skimp on the bitter black metal. It's all there. It's all really well done. It's blended very well. Just a really bleak, blistering warmonger of a fucking album, man. One of my most prized possessions for sure. And I gotta say, fucking, if you've not heard anything from this album, Lamb of God, Slain Will Be, and Doves of War are the fucking tracks to check out. The whole album, obviously, but definitely, bar none, check those for sure, if you don't check anything else out. To me, this is just fucking true blackened death. It's really black death, if that makes sense at all. And I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to shut the fuck up. This is Belial's Key, Judeo-Beast Assassination. Easily one of my favorite albums ever. And finally, man, last one. This is a 2013 full-length from a death crust band. And me not knowing really much about punk, I actually had to look up crust just to make sure I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But this definitely represents, at least the description of it I read. So fucking kick my ass if I don't describe this right. But it is definitely there, man. It's really one of those debauchery albums I'm really fond of talking about. This is Bones, Sons of Sleaze. Just a very animated, very raunchy, very spirited album. Just a combo of death, thrash, and crust are just very well put together, like all the other albums I've been showing here. Just one of those albums, man, that just reminds me of all the dumb shit I did with my friends. And like I said, you know, all these things seem to happen in the fall. This would be one of them, man. You know, riding around, fucking making home movies, going to band practice, smoking cheap fucking weed. This album definitely represents. It's just very abrasive. It's very energetic, very thrashy, very groove-oriented. It just really gets you going, man. I just, again, like I've said 100 times before, it just makes you want to ride around in cars listening to metal and just fucking breaking shit, having a good time, having a good party, drinking beers, fucking around, you know. Good times, man. And it's just, what I love about these crude sounding records, it just always reminds me of, you know, how to make your own fun, that you got to go out and really do your own thing. You know, the DIY approach to music for sure, but also living in a small town life where, you know, you don't really necessarily have any money, so you got to kind of go make your own fun. So this is one of those albums that really represents that for me, and that's what I love about it. Just raw, crude, raunchy as fuck, and just beat you over the head, man. Great fucking album. It's Bones with Sons of Sleaze, released on Planet Metal. And as far as I'm aware, they only have this band and one other, so that's kind of odd, but yeah, man, great fucking record. So that's it, man. I don't really know what else to say. Again, just a big fall-inspired type of video. I really appreciate you guys watching it. If you want, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about the season, or any season, or whatever. If there's anything that really gets you in the mood outside of, you know, all the typical shit. You know, maybe there's some music that, you know, you really like to listen to this time of month. Just go in the comments, man. Let me know. Go ahead and subscribe to all the dudes I was talking about earlier. Fucking amazing people. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I try to, you know, keep a little bit more content over there. I mean, it's not much, but it's just little short things here and there just to kind of keep us going. Just spread it around a little bit. So, you know, follow me there. Subscribe if you want. There's a link below. I'd really appreciate that. And you guys have a fucking great day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.